Okay, so here we are in part 5 on my video tutorial on creating a title with a green background. We have a name, and we have a couple of planes that have been set so that they are emitting particles. We've gone through and we've adjusted the different settings on the particles so that when I hit Alt-A to start the animation, you can see that these particles kind of slide down and bounce off of the title asset, I guess, that we have in the center of the screen. And if I, down here at the bottom, we've got our timeline. If I take that and I move it out to a certain spot where it's already been rendered, and I choose Render Image up here at the very top, we can kind of see what that looks like. And right now our particles just kind of take on this white, cloudy sort of a disposition. So, all right, what we're going to do is we're going to make these planes emit something that we choose, and this is where you can really get kind of creative. You can have your planes emit any type of particle that you like, and I'll be interested to see what some of the students in here come up with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down to the bottom, and I'm going to go to layer 2 here. By going to layer 2, you can see that we've got a blank area to work with, and it really doesn't matter where you add this object, but I'm going to put the 3D cursor where I can see it, and I'm going to choose Add Mesh, and in my case I'm just going to choose a UV sphere. Alright, and I'm just going to give it a basic color. Okay, so I'm going to go where the materials are. I'm going to add a new slot, I'm going to add a new material, and for the diffuse color we'll go ahead and we'll make this one maybe green. No, green's not going to work because we'll be chroma keying out green, so anything that you have in your project that's green is probably not good at this point because we'll be using the chroma key feature later to eliminate our green. So I'll make it blue, that's fine. And if you want to go in and give it some mirroring, or you want to play with some of the other functions here, you can make it emit. That can be kind of neat too. If you make your objects actually emit light, that's a great way to go as well. So I'll go ahead and I'll make this one emit, maybe. That's pretty bright, 100, huh? Let's go ahead and make it emit like 5, just a little bit. Now, the more you tweak your material here, depending on what you choose, the longer your render job will be. Now, take a look at this. I added this sphere, and it's blue, and down in the bottom, it says sphere, right? That's our object name, so we're going to need to remember that. I'm going to come back over here, and I'm going to choose this plane on the right. And where the timeline is, let's go ahead and set it back to 1, because anytime you re-render an animation in the Blender, you want to make sure that you're starting in frame 1. And I'm going to choose the particle settings for my plane, so I've got my plane selected with my particle settings over here. I'm going to scroll all the way down, and where it says render down here at the bottom, I'm going to tell it I want to render an object, and the object is going to be, by clicking on this box, the sphere. All right. Now I'll see what happens when I hit Alt-A. You can see that now on the left, let me go ahead and jump out. I'll zoom in a little bit. Be better to zoom in this way. They've all got, you see spheres there, and you can adjust the size down here at the bottom if they're too big. For example, I can make the size 2, and you can see that it's the particle emitter there is emitting very large spheres, all right, kind of blowing up like that, which is cool, probably not what we want. So anyway, where it says size, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to switch it down there and see where I'm. 0.5 looks like that, still too big, and I believe that I had it set to maybe 0.05. There we go. So now I've got a series of objects that are trickling down that will be colliding with my name graphic, and I'm going to do the same thing for the other plane here. I'm going to go to layer 2, and you can use any object you want. You don't have to use a sphere. Okay, I'll go add mesh, and go ahead and I'll add, let's go ahead and add a torus here. Let's do that. And once again, I'm going to give it a new material slot, new material color, and I'll make this one red, pink, and once again, feel free to tweak the colors. I will come over here. I will make sure that my other plane is selected. I will go to the particle settings. I'm going to scroll all the way down to where it says render. And we're going to render an object. And this time, you can render the torus. Now you could also render your text as the object here too. So if I choose text and I hit Alt-A, if you take a look, you can see the text itself is raining down on itself. So I don't know, it's just kind of neat to play with that. So I'm going to go to the torus here. I'm going to hit Alt-A, and you can see I have two different types of particles now that are raining down on this name asset. And I'm going to hit 0 to look through the camera. And that's it for this animation. In the next video, we're just going to render it out. And I'll tell you where to put it so that we can drop it into the Adobe Suite and actually create a video with a special effects background. So that's it for this tutorial. You should have the objects just raining down on the text there. Thank you for watching.